There is a prophecy in the Bible that says Gaza will be abandoned and Ashkelon will be left in ruins. Zephaniah chapter 2 verses 4.
بنروح زي ما كان بلادنا بلاد جدودنا هذه.
عمر مش حجة انه يطلعنا برا.
Now you must have heard of the proposal of President Donald Trump for the rebuilding of Gaza. He said he wants the whole of Gaza evacuated so that they will have room to rebuild the desolate city, the destroyed city. And some people are saying this is the fulfillment of the prophecy in the book of Zephaniah, and saying, of course, this is a sign that Trump is indeed chosen and brought forth by God to fulfill some of his end time agenda. Now let's look at the prophecy. Zephaniah chapter 2 verses 4 says that Gaza will be abandoned and Ashkelon left in ruins. At midday, Ashdod will be emptied and Ekron uprooted. This prophecy talks about Gaza being abandoned and deserted and Ashkelon left in ruins. Now, while it seems plausible to say this prophecy has to do with the current Gaza we know in the Middle East, it is important to understand that the Gaza mentioned in the book of Zephaniah refers to the ancient city of Gaza, one of the major Philistine cities located on the Mediterranean coast. The ancient city of Gaza was indeed located around the same region as the modern day Gaza Strip. But you have to know that there is a difference between that ancient city of Gaza mentioned in the book of Zephaniah and the modern day Gaza Strip we know about. And the Philistines referred to in those days in the book of Zephaniah are different from the Palestinians that currently occupy the Gaza we know of today. Now, of course, the whole thing seems somehow similar. It is the same Israel, but different Gaza, as the case may be. They are all located around the same place, but this prophecy is actually not referring to the modern day Gaza. As we are looking forward, to the fulfillment of end time prophecies, we are sure and certain that some of the developments in Israel and the Middle East, of course, foreshadow some of the great evidences of the end times and most of the biblical prophecies that are to come to pass before the coming of the Lord Jesus Christ. But definitely, this prophecy is not really referring to the same modern day Gaza we talk about. And don't get it all wrong. I believe President Donald Trump is God's choice to bring about some of his end time agenda. But which exactly are things we would have to wait and watch out for the events as they continue to unfold. Now, the question about what President Trump is proposing for the rebuilding of Gaza, it is clear the whole world is against it. Most people are airing out their anger and their grievances and their hatred against it, but no one is actually providing any real-time solution to the problem we have at hand. We all know, if we have common sense, we all are aware that it is not feasible to still rebuild the city and then hand it over to these same Hamas terrorists, only to come back and destroy the city again tomorrow. Because as long as this city falls back into the hands of these Hamas terrorists, they have no goal or agenda whatsoever to live peacefully with this land of Israel. And no country will accept to harbor terrorists like this in their vicinity or as their neighbors, people that are always looking for the slightest opportunity to harm you, and their goal is to eradicate you and completely wipe you off the surface of the earth. No country would harbor such kinds of wicked people close to them. Yet everybody finds it convenient and easy to throw out condemnation against Israel whatsoever without preferring any real-time solution to the problems that Israel are experiencing in that region. Now, this issue of hostage deal is something that have drawn a lot of criticism and anger from well-meaning people. Like, how is it even feasible that these people would kidnap innocent citizens of Israel And today they are demanding that criminals, some of who are supposed to serve lifetime sentences for crimes they have committed, should be released in exchange for the innocent people that have been stolen from their own land. Like, you could just see the level of depravity that the world has gotten to. Majority of times when you see these things playing out on the world stage, it points to nothing short of hatred, total sheer hatred and anger against Israel. And for me, I would always oftentimes tell you that majority of times when you see such hatred and anger displayed against Israel, it is not really anger and hatred against Israel per se. It is just humans' rebellion against what God has chosen and the people of God, the city, the land that God has chosen to bear his name forever and ever. Whether you believe the modern day Israel is indeed the Israel that the Bible addresses, or you think the modern day Israel is different from the Israel of the Bible and the modern day Israel is just the creation and the formation of men, it is not something to easily deny that Israel has a significant role to play in the agendas of God, most especially for the end times. And anyone who is serious, that is really watching out for whatever is going to be happening towards the end of the days, before this earth is totally fold up and the new era of God's reign is ushered in, then you have to keep a very close eyes on Israel and whatever is happening around it, because that's the only Israel we know of, we can identify of for now. And you have to really watch whatever that is happening there, because that would give you a direction as to what is really happening and unfolding in God's agenda, because everything God is doing will always revolve around Israel. And so to be able to read the handwriting on the wall, you must be able to accurately decipher whatever that is going on in and around Israel to see clearly what God is doing. So we continue to pray for Israel, we continue to pray for their leaders, and we continue to pray for President Trump that God will give them wisdom and understanding to make the right decisions, the best decision. I think somebody came to one of my videos in the comment section and said, of course, she supports Donald Trump and some of the agendas he promotes, especially because they are godly agendas, but she is against the method in which he is pursuing to achieve his agendas. Well, the truth of the matter is nobody is perfect. That he, we believe, is chosen by God to fulfill some of his agendas does not mean he wouldn't make mistake in the process of fulfilling these agendas, which is why we owe it as an obligation as people of God to pray that God will take charge and give direction as to this regards. Thank you for watching, and let me know what you are thinking about in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, turning on the notification bell so that you'll be notified when we post another video like this. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.